Well, hello and welcome to Overdevest Nurseries, where we grow over 2,000 different varieties of outdoor garden plants, ones that have been especially selected for our region, that's the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic states of the US. And if you'd like to find out more about them, can I suggest that you click and subscribe to this channel, and then you'll be first in line to view all of the new videos that we produce, which we're doing all the time. Lots of really good plants and also some exciting new introductions too. Let me talk to you a little bit about this fabulous variety of Western Red Cedar. This is Thuja fluffy, as you see, one that's been introduced by proven winners. Now, what's exciting about this variety is that it's a semi-compact growing variety that puts on all of this gorgeous bright golden foliage. It's a hardy zone 5 plant. The foliage is aromatic if you crush it or rub against it. But most importantly of all, as you see, it really is very, very colourful. And what's more, the colour changes through the season. During the growing season in summertime, it will be a bright golden yellow shade. But then, now in autumn time and going further into the winter, you'll notice that it takes on orange and amber shades too, all the time producing this lovely, upright, shapely habit. And what's neat about these Arborvitae are that they're easily trained and trimmed. You'll see that our plants here all are beautifully shaped, and they've been trimmed to produce this beautiful, well, enhance their beautiful compact habit. This is something you could do at home too. You could go through and trim them in early spring before the growth begins, and if you want, you could even do it like we do it here and trim them during the summertime too. As for size and rate of growth, there are plants that are going to get somewhere in the region of about 5 to 10 foot high. But of course, all of that is relative to time. As time goes on, they have the capacity to grow bigger than that. But with gentle trimming, you can really keep them within bounds, and you can make a beautiful specimen out of them. You could also grow them in really eye-catching groups, and of course you could put them down as screens and hedges too. And another very useful use for them is to put them into containers too. This would make a lovely plant to put into a container, to set by the front door, to put out on a patio, or in fact any kind of container combination. Now, I'll just quickly add that of course these are evergreens, so they give you color through the entire year. And one of the tricks that I've found out over the years is that if you're able to take different colors and textures and shapes and contrast them together in the garden, you provide really something that is weather resistant, that will give you lots of color that contrast and plays off each other. So what I would encourage you to do is to try to put these in with other evergreen and deciduous plants, and for that matter herbaceous plants like perennials too, and you'll be able therefore to get lots of color and interest through the whole of the growing season. Now, one other thing I should mention about this is that it was raised in 2006 by Tim Wood at Spring Meadow Nurseries. What's interesting for me is that he collected some seed from this fabulous variety called Thuja Forever Goldie. This is also a variety that, as you see, has this beautiful golden foliage, and it's a Western Red Cedar. Now, we really like this one too, because it is growthy and changes its foliage just like I described. But one of the things that I've noticed in growing this plant in my garden at home, and that is that over 5 to 6 years of testing it in my woodland garden in a partially shaded site where there's lots of deer running through there, I have not yet seen any damage from deer browsing whatsoever. Now, I should hasten to add that when you have a hungry deer that's driven by a real hunger, they'll have a go at eating almost anything. So it's not true to say that these are deer resistant. Rather, they are not preferred by deer. In other words, that they're probably not, like they are in my garden, going to browse them when they've got other things that they could eat. So if you're looking for a really bright, colorful, shapely, beautiful conifer that's going to give you lots of color right through the whole of the growing season, and for that matter through the entire year, look for this beautiful selection from proven winners. This is Thuja Fluffy.